How about them Cowboys? Angry Cowboys fan. Oh, born to battle. Hey, hey. Some just means we never sell. America's team through thick and thin. Hey, hey. When the sun shines bright, that's where we win. Angry Cowboys fan.
What's going on, Cowboys Nation and angry Cowboys fans around the world? Y'all know who it is. It's your man, the Angry Cowboys fan. And the quietness of the Dallas Cowboys all season continues to force Dallas Cowboys content creators, radio personalities, as well as talking heads to come up with material that will captivate Cowboys Nation as well as the listeners to their respected programming. But during this all season, I continue to see and hear a number of scorching hot takes from individuals around the nation, whether it's to generate engagement or to really put the idea in the ether. I feel a lot of these talking heads' points should be considered dead on arrival. For now, Cowboys Nation. But let's go over the recent hot take during this Raw and Uncut. Get ready for the Angry Cowboys fans, Raw and Uncut.
I'm keeping it real. They keep it real. That's real.
All right, Cowboys Nation. The winner of the most recent Hot Take Award goes to Bleacher Report, as well as Bryan Broaddus from Crown Global Media. His hot take was that George Pickens should be traded for Maxx Crosby, a trade proposal that he presented on 105.3 The Fans G-Bag Nation, but originated with Bleacher Report. If you haven't heard the clip, and I'm pretty sure you have, here's the clip that's circulating and making its rounds around social media.
I would offer one in Pickens.
That's a lot.
To the Raiders.
Would you really?
Yeah.
A first-round pick and Pickens?
Yeah.
For Maxx Crosby right now?
Yeah.
Wow. Damn, dude. You think Crosby's going to have a bigger impact on your team than Pickens is?
I think he absolutely will. Yes, I do. I think, to me, we're right now, the thing that is holding this, and I know Pickens was incredible last year, but the one thing that is holding you back is this defense. You add him to this defense. Word Sharp have this defense ranked overall.
Well, Cowboys Nation, if you add Maxx Crosby to this defense, I got to say that we're not a Maxx Crosby away from this defense being ranked number 1 or even in the top 10. We honestly don't know what we have with this defense under Christian Parker. So would you add a Maxx Crosby to this, not knowing what you have already at the edge rusher position? But first and foremost, let me go ahead and say this. Bryan Broaddus didn't come up with that topic himself. From what I gather, he was asked a question by the other host on G-Bag Nation because of a Bleacher Report article that mentioned the Dallas Cowboys being one of the teams that could go after Maxx Crosby. But Cowboys Nation, it seems like deja vu in the nation. It seems like we're talking about this talking point all over again. Didn't we just have this conversation before the 2026 NFL Draft? Wasn't some Cowboys fans lobbying to trade George Pickens for Maxx Crosby when the legal tampering phase began? Now that there's nothing to speak about in Cowboys Nation, when it comes to the Dallas Cowboys, here we are revisiting the topic once again. We spoke about addition by subtraction earlier this offseason. We spoke about the fact that Jerry Jones should never have gotten rid of Micah Parsons in the first place this past offseason. So our answer in getting rid of a transitional talent like Micah Parsons is to get rid of yet another transitional talent on the offensive side of the ball in George Pickens to bring Maxx Crosby to the team. And I know some people don't want to be the bearer of bad news, but I'm going to be that guy right now. Jerry and Stephen Jones are not going to bring Maxx Crosby to the Dallas Cowboys before the start of the 2026 regular season. Just like I thought that they were not going to hit free agency for a running back. This is how I feel about the situation, Cowboys Nation. And as it stands right now, the Dallas Cowboys have Rashawn Gary. We have Donovan Ezaraku. We have Malachi Lawrence. We have James freaking Houston. We have Sam Williams. Are any of those players Maxx Crosby? Absolutely not, Cowboys Nation. Do they have a chance to be that type of player? Absolutely. They just got to be given a chance to show the league that they can be a factor on this defense, but people don't want to give them that chance, Cowboys Nation. I truly believe that the want for Maxx Crosby is the fans' quest in replacing Micah Parsons. All I know is I don't want to go back to the days where the Dallas Cowboys fan base is begging Jerry Jones for a wide receiver 2 to help CeeDee Lamb. Those days where fans were pumping out the hashtag Spam Lamb while having a wide receiver 2 that would be a wide receiver 3 on any other team's depth chart. I don't want to go back to those days where our aging quarterback has to continuously put the offense on his back to even make it to the playoffs. For once, I want Dak Prescott to be comfortable with the weapons that he has on the offensive side of the ball and to keep said weapons as long as we possibly can. Let's not get it twisted, Cowboys Nation. There's ways of bettering this defense without jumping out the window with your draft capital, as well as jumping out the window on a player who could possibly be out due to a lingering knee issue. There was a reason why the Baltimore Ravens decided against the Maxx Crosby trade. As we all know, they had him in the building, Cowboys Nation. They flew him all the way across the country to have him in the building. All the talking heads already had Maxx Crosby in a Baltimore Ravens uniform. Images of Maxx Crosby in the uniform circulated around social media before he even signed the deal. That was until his physical, Cowboys Nation. That physical which was conducted by the Dallas Cowboys doctor. The outcome was the Baltimore Ravens pulling out of the trade and going with Trey Hendrickson while Maxx Crosby remained a Las Vegas Raider. Why didn't they stick the landing, Cowboys Nation? Why didn't they stick with that trade, Cowboys Nation? Maxx Crosby is a prolific pass rusher, but the Baltimore Ravens didn't want to take that chance? Why? So let's have the Dallas Cowboys be the guinea pig and try their luck with trading for Maxx Crosby. Trading for an elite defensive weapon with a knee issue, but you got to trade your elite offensive weapon. Now let's play in hypotheticals real quick. What would happen if we, in fact, did trade George Pickens for Maxx Crosby and that knee situation reared its ugly head in the middle of the season for the Cowboys? This means that we're out of that prolific pass rusher as well as that elite wide receiver because we wanted to take the chance and bringing them to the team. How smart is that, Cowboys Nation? And I know what some people are going to say. Scared money don't make money, angry. In certain situations, I would agree with you. But who has ever went to the Kentucky Derby and put all their money on a horse that has a bad knee? Nobody, Cowboys Nation. One issue I've had with the Dallas Cowboys is the whole addition by subtraction method, which has not worked for this organization. Subtracting Des Bryant or subtracting Amari Cooper. To keep it a buck, subtracting DeMarcus Lawrence. I mean, when did it work? When did it work in our favor? Probably the Herschel Walker trade. Well, consider the Micah Parsons trade your 2025 Herschel Walker trade. Now, if the Dallas Cowboys could just acquire Maxx Crosby without giving up elite offensive talent, I'd be all for it, Cowboys Nation. I just wouldn't want to make the wide receiver room that much worse just to get a player on the defensive side of the ball. I don't want to make the interior of the offensive line worse in order to bring a player with knee injury to the team. So Tyler Smith, he's off limits. Cooper Beebe, he's off limits. Tyler Booker is off limits as well, and so is George Pickens. At least for this year, Cowboys Nation. If George Pickens plays on the franchise tag this year and they can't get an agreement done next year, I'd have to revisit this trade proposal. Maxx Crosby would be a year older, but a year removed from that cleanup surgery on his knee. I'd be able to acquire him cheaper than extending George Pickens, but at the same time, giving up that first-round pick would almost guarantee that we'd be looking for George Pickens' replacement with a second-round pick in the 2027 draft. So if it was up to me, I'm shutting the door on trying to bring Maxx Crosby to the Dallas Cowboys this year. I'm going to use this year to evaluate if we'll even need him in the first place. I'm using this year to see what Christian Parker and his defensive staff is going to cook up for this iteration of the Dallas Cowboys defense to generate pressure and how successful our current edge rushers will be in his scheme. But Cowboys Nation, I'm not going to jump the shark when it comes to Maxx Crosby coming to the Dallas Cowboys right now, and I damn sure ain't going to give up an offensive weapon to bring him to the team. Teams can win championships without having an elite all-pro edge rusher. And sure, teams can win championships without having 2 elite wide receivers, but seeing that we currently have them on the team and we're not trying to acquire that wide receiver, I'm going to keep things the way they are on the Dallas Cowboys roster. But this has been your man, the Angry Cowboys fan. Cowboys Nation, what do you think about the whole Maxx Crosby and George Pickens trade talks resurfacing again? Do you think Jerry Jones would pull the trigger, or are some Cowboys fans wishing upon a star? No pun intended. Y'all know how we do. We always talk about it in the comments section. If you're digging this content and you want to help get the word out to even more Dallas Cowboys fans, drop a like on this video, share it with anybody that you know is a Dallas Cowboys fan, and if you're on your mobile device and you haven't used them up yet, make sure you hype this video. Doing so could help get the word out to Cowboys fans. They'll come over to the Angry Cowboys Fan YouTube channel and want to become Angry Cowboys fans themselves. And if you are DC for life and you wish that they would just focus on the current players that we have on the roster instead of wishing for players out of their reach, hit that subscribe button. Hit the bell to be notified whenever I drop anything from the Angry Cowboys Fan YouTube channel. Plus, if you're into Madden 26, College Football 27, or Mortal Kombat Talk, check out my other YouTube channel, the Angry Gaming Fan YouTube channel. I'll make sure I put the link to that, as well as the gamer tag, in the description. I'm just not down with addition by subtraction when it comes to this team, Cowboys Nation. I hated it when it happened with Micah Parsons, and I will hate it if it involves an elite player on the team currently. How about we allow our own to try and turn themselves into dominant players instead of lusting for what other teams have? But this has been your man, the Angry Cowboys fan. If I don't speak to you before the 4th, y'all please party responsibly, and I'm out. Dang, Angry Cowboys fan, you done made it through the entire video. But if you want more content, you can definitely go to this video right here. Or if you want the latest episode of the Angry Cowboys Fan Podcast, you can go right here. But whatever you do, like, share, and subscribe to the channel, but remain DC for life.